What's up, world? It's Katrina
and Marlina, and this is Excess Baggage,
the podcast where two friends in their 30s unpack all of life's baggage. This episode, we will be unpacking our first post-COVID summer.
Okay, let's start the show. Woo!
Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing today?
That's kind of a trick question, I feel. And every time someone asks me that, I'm always thinking like, how am I going to answer this without freaking the other person out? Because some days it's like, I'm doing great. And other days I'm like, help me. You know, like like if you were in a car and somebody was using the breathing, the freaking moistness in the car. I hate that word moist, but the moistness of the car, they're like drawing help me. Like that's how it goes on certain days. But other than that, I'm good.
I could either be just fine or, in a car with moistness drawing on the window. Like, what is that?
About to be abducted. Yeah, I'm between perfectly fine and about to be abducted. How about you?
Oh, shoot. I agree that is a very loaded question. I don't know what else to ask people, though.
That's true.
It feels weird to just get into conversation with people and not be like, so how are you? But it is a very loaded question. And I think in this moment, I'm here. I'm still moving. I am still operating to some degree. There's functioning happening because I am here. But it's a lot going on. It feels like there's been a lot going on for a long time, but still a lot going on.
Yeah. I don't know. People are acting like we're opening up. I don't know what's going on, but there's this comedian I like, Andrew Schultz, and he made a song, like a country song, girl, and it's called Open Her Up. And he was saying it to like Canada and like all these borders and stuff and places where it's like not open. He's like, open her up. And he's talking about, it is a country song, though. It's so ridiculous. I actually don't like the song. I like the concept of the song. I get what he was trying to do, but I'm not really a country person. No shade. Like, I like some country songs, but some of them I'm like, nah, that's not for me. But they really are opening her up. America, they're opening her up. They trying to get their money back for this 1.5 year long experiment we've all been going through. So I don't know. I feel like that's a part of my baggage is the fact that they're trying to open her up, because I feel like, is this what's happening right now? Because I'm confused.
Yeah. Aren't we all? Who's not confused?
I know, but I feel like a couple months ago, they was talking about our numbers and all this stuff or whatever. And now they're like, yeah, by the way, you don't have to wear, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. And I'm just like, nah, like I'm good with breathing like inside of this mask, my air. At least I know where I've been.
Right.
I don't trust these people out here. But, what's your package? Do you have any?
I think I'm going to piggyback on your baggage today. My baggage today, I'm just tired. But like all the different ways that you can be tired, I'm tired. Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. I don't know any other ways that you can be tired, but I'm probably those two. Like, I'm just tired. That's my baggage. I'm tired. That's where I'm at today, this week, this month, for the last year. Your girl is tired.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like I'm more tired than I've been in a while, but I've gotten more rest than I've ever gotten before. Right. So it's very strange. I'm like, I don't know if it's tired. It's more of a lethargic.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. And that's why I say all the way is tired, because it's not just I need to take a nap and I need to go to sleep. Like, I'm doing all of those things. The tired is still present. So it's like my whole soul, my spirit is tired. Like there's something deeper.
Spirit is tired.
Something
Can I get an amen? No, I'm just kidding.
Even don't fix this kind of tired. It's different.
No.
I think some of it though is like being so stagnant or like so stationary. You know me, I've always been very active, and so to work as much as I have been and not be able to be outside in the ways that I used to. And not even necessarily because of COVID per se, but because the places that I usually access outside are now crowded because those are only places people could go. So
True.
I don't want to be there because there's too many people there. And so to be in that space, I'm not accessing the things I would normally access. I'm not going to the beach as often. I'm not just going to the park and things of that nature, just being outside. And so I think some of it is also like my body is just like, yo, what are we doing? We just gonna lay on the couch all day? Cool. Let's just lay on the couch forever. Like it just wants to stay.
Speaking of couches, I want to get a new couch. I feel like this I'm just saying that the last year, like, you know, this couch, great couch. It was given to me, like a really close friend gave it to me before I moved in. And I love it. But at the same time, like, yeah, this couch has seen some hours, you know what I mean? Just being on it, binge watching and working. And before I even had an office in I created an office space before that, I was just always on the couch, and now sleeping on the couch. I'm like, yeah, girl, you need a new couch. Like, it's not.
You need a post-COVID couch.
Yes, I need a post-COVID couch. Like, it'll be really good for me. I feel, you know, I can be like, look, we've seen some good days. We did. Then we saw some really dark nights. So it's time for you to go.
Good way to start off the summer. Some new furniture.
Yeah. I actually want to redo my whole little balcony area because I felt like I didn't really take advantage of it during the quarantine. I just kind of sat in a chair
on your couch.
I would just open up the balcony and just be like sit real close to it. Like not go out
not
there.
Not even on the balcony, just looking out. It's not a window, Marlena. It's a balcony.
I'm looking at the balcony like, I'll keep holding on.
I can't with you.
You know what I mean? Smoking my joint.
You have
just
a
like
whole balcony. Why not be on the balcony?
Because you know what? Because I don't want my neighbors knowing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they, you know, I love them and everything. Well, I don't love them. I don't wish nothing bad about them, but they be having kids. They got kids and shit. They gonna be seeing me out there just, you know, living my best life. I actually wish I could get like some privacy, like get like a little thing I can go down, nice. A little awning or something, just come down and like put some lights up or whatever.
Then you gonna be in there naked.
Yeah. They'd be like, I saw your neighbor.
Saw her. All kinds of stuff going on in there.
She thought it was she thought it wasn't see-through, but I know what's going on over there. Know what's going on that second floor.
We know what you're doing this summer.
Right. Yeah, well, I don't know. I keep hearing these things. They say it's hot girl summer, whatever that's supposed to mean. You know, I want to be hot, but safe. You know, a hot and safe summer. Like, you know, maybe I'll show a little skin, but I'm not going home with nobody. You know what I mean? Like, I know these guys about to be out here super thirsty on another level.
Of course. They've been locked down for so long.
Yeah, but I'm
saying it's right. I just want to be clear. We know what's going to happen.
I understand that, but I mean, I guess we do all need human connection or touch, but like, they stick their thing anywhere, anything, anywhere at any time. You know what I mean? So I don't know how I feel about that. There's nothing different about it, but I think the thirst is going to be a little more real than normal.
At an all-time high.
Yeah. And I gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. Especially breathing someone else's air. I mean, you know, and if we're talking about doing the the nasty, that's all kinds of air and fluids and things being
Girl,
exchanged.
So many things being exchanged.
Auras,
So many things.
your soul, everything. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting that we are even in this space now of like, I got to be worried about breathing other people's air in that way. And then I have to think about like all the other things outside of just breathing people's air. It's such a weird space to be in because you didn't think about that before. You just walked into places, and as long as nobody was like coughing real nasty and sneezing all over the place, you was like, all right, we good. And it would be in there just hot and sweaty and everybody breathing extra hard. And
I mean, I miss that. I
it.
do miss that. I do miss like basement parties and stuff. Like that was fun because it was just like the music's going, you don't care. You're just like
everybody's dancing. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready for that this summer though. Like I miss the environment and the fun of it, but I don't know if I'm ready for that.
True. I was actually invited to a birthday party this weekend and I'm a little on the fence, but I'm gonna go because it's like a friend. She's a close friend, and it's a big birthday for her. So I'm just like, I want to be there to support, but I'm also like, so how many people are gonna be at this party?
Right? Is it outside?
It's not outside. It's not. And so that's even like, and I asked her, I was like, oh, is there like a outdoor area or something? So if I need to escape for some minutes and not be, and she's like, no, but I mean, people are welcome to go outside. I was like,
but that's like away from the party. We just go outside.
Just go outside. And I'm just like, well, it's going to be in downtown LA. I don't know if I'm going outside anywhere because downtown is sketch.
Yeah. Especially depending on where you at in downtown. That could go either way. Yeah, no. I think I'm a little, not even stressed, but I'm just concerned about people not having that much consideration, right? Like if I was going to throw a party because I feel comfortable getting people together, I would at least make sure it's outside or at a venue where like we could be outside and inside or something like that. Like I would be considerate of people in that way. And I'm concerned that people are not going to be that considerate. Everybody's not getting vaccinated. People who are getting vaccinated may still not be comfortable being around everybody like that. Like that's a lot. And we should be considerate of that at least, I think. Well, I don't know. I ain't throwing no parties, so.
No. I think my next party that I'm going to throw is going to be Christmas. Yeah. I mean, unless I do like an end of the summer thing, you know what I mean? Bring your shit. What do they do? What do they do when they collect like things that you don't want and they burn them and all that stuff? That would be nice.
That would be fun. I've never been to that kind of party.
It's just kind of like anything you want to get rid of,
right?
You know, like X or some shit you don't want lying around
Not the
anymore.
X, just things from the X.
Oh, I guess you can't burn the X. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Marlina.
My bad. I didn't mean like actually burn at the stake or anything. I wasn't talking about that. But you know, wouldn't that be? Never mind. Wouldn't that be an interesting like event if you could be like, I call forth such and such, and then people get to vote. No. They get to vote and shit. Like, oh yeah, girl, he did me wrong too. Yeah, he did me wrong. Actually, back in
why are you voting to burn niggas at the stake? What's happening?
I mean, I wouldn't do that. You know,
anymore.
I wouldn't, but I'm not saying it hasn't crossed my mind. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Maybe not burn at the stake, but you know.
But we just don't burn them. Just not at the stake. We're gonna burn them, just not at the stake. I don't.
Right. Light a fire under their ass, and they know not to do that shit no more. But
there you go. There you go. Let them know what it is.
You touch a hot stove one time, you ain't gonna keep touching it, are you? No, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to light a fire under this motherfucker's ass, and then what? Then we'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just talking shit, but how did we even get here? But that's what I'll do. That's gonna be my summer end of the year party. Burn niggas at the stake. No. I do want to. But side note, I did think about having a party, like not this year, but I want to do like a fire and ice party. Yeah,
Okay.
like a 4th of July party. You wear your reds and your whites. That'd be a nice little get up.
Like
I'm
that.
trying to be on all the parties though. Like, honestly, like not this year, but 2022, I'm going ham. Like,
Yeah, 2022 is a different situation. This is our first summer. And we're not even really out of this. I'm just not. There's certain things I don't think I'm ready to do.
I'm dipping my toe in. You know what I mean? Just testing the water. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'd love to be on someone's yacht or boat. That's cool.
If anybody has a yacht or boat that they would like to invite us to,
yes,
we will gladly accept the invitation.
Gladly oblige. I will be there. I will bring, some champs, little glasses, something, you know what I mean? Cute little bathing suit. Turn up. I've seen it over and over again. I've actually seen it throughout all of COVID. I saw people getting boats and stuff. And I was
boats
like, that's cute. That was cute. I just never did it because, I just didn't. But I could have. I thought about it, though. I was like, damn.
A boat party would be fun.
Right.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially because we seem like we're going to have a really nice summer. The sun is out.
Yeah. Even though like earlier this week, it looked, I felt like the weather was matching my mood because it was super gloomy on Sunday and Monday. Yeah. And I was just like, damn, man.
But it was gloomy and hot, though. Like,
it was hot. Yeah.
It was still hot.
And it had the nerve to sprinkle a little bit in Pasadena. And I was just like, oh, okay. So now I really got to get a car wash because y'all tripping. Like, now my car looks horrible, even though it was already bad. But these little drops you just gave me just made it hella worse. So whatever. But I don't know. Parties, I would look forward to, where your card at, bring your vaccine card. We checking those at the door.
I'm good with like a negative test or a vaccine, but you just asking for vaccine.
Either or. A negative test right then and there, like at the door, 15 minutes. Let us know. And but it's got to be from like a real facility that's doing real tests. Because some of these things, I'm like, you could just Google like COVID testing, mobile testing or whatever, but you don't know if these are like reputable, legitimate people. Or you have no idea. So,
at the end of the day, niggas is gonna fake everything. So there's gonna be people in there that's gonna fake a negative test. I've heard of people doing it for flights. They didn't really get tested. Or they got tested and tested positive and still, made some shifts to their testing and sent it off so they can get on this plane. So people are going to take it either way. That's why I have a hard time with this whole like, oh, you don't have to wear a mask inside if you vaccinated because niggas is just going to lie. Like, I don't trust it.
It's true. And I heard like in other countries like Australia and a couple other places, they are serious about it. Like, they're like, yeah, we opening up, but guess what? When you get here, you got to be in the hotel for 2 weeks. Like, they're really having them quarantine or whatever and have you escorted to the place you're going to quarantine. And I was like, oh, that. But I mean, at least that means they're taking it serious. Like, they're not going to do that.
They're making sure that you're safe.
They ain't going to do that out here. There's no way.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Who's escorting anybody anywhere? It's not happening. No.
Shit, our LAX is already fucked up. You think they're going to also have another system? Actually, you can't go to whatever Airbnb you rented out for the week.
That's not going to
or weekend. You're actually going to go to this hotel on Century right by the airport for 2 weeks. You got to sit there and wait it out.
No. And who's staying at a hotel on Century?
You know what's crazy? I always think about that because I like to travel and I think about how shitty the hotels are by LAX. And I think like, damn, is that how it is in other places? Should I not stay by the airport or whatever? But then I'm like so nervous because I'm somewhere new that I'm like, well, at least I know this is like a landmark. I'm near this versus, but I'm like, You couldn't pay me to stay in one of them hotels over there.
Not by LAX. Absolutely not.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
You're going to have to drive me somewhere because
No.
that ain't happening. I've been to hotel parties at the
Right.
hotels by LAX.
Right. Yeah, me too. But I've never stayed there.
No, I've been to business holiday parties there. That's it. That's all I'll do at LAX hotels.
Oh, they'll give you a good ballroom. You know, they give you a little
And it'd be cute.
ballroom
Yeah.
action. Little ballroom action, have you a little cheap party, bring you a DJ.
There you
They
go.
good for that.
So
But
good. But I
I
ain't
would stay
staying there.
no.
No.
I think traveling is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I still need to check in on my travel credits from 2020 that I canceled. I'm praying to God they didn't like say, oh well, it's null and void.
I hope
But
not.
you never know. These airlines you know how much money they lost last year?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you only have till blah, blah, blah to use. I'm like, well, I was going to a wedding and the wedding hasn't even been rescheduled yet.
Right.
So how am I going to choose
Right.
when to go?
Yeah, no. I hope they push those things way out. 2022, 2023, because no. I'm sure so many people had to cancel so much stuff and got all kinds of credits they need to redeem.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
trying
be out of
like
here, though. I'm ready to go. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just ready.
I was thinking about going to Cabo.
Everybody's been in Cabo lately.
I've been trying to go to Cabo or Hawaii. Those like two places that I kept looking at over and over again. I've never been to Hawaii, which I'm like kind of ashamed to say because
Me either.
I've been out of the country, but I haven't even been to Hawaii. But I know Hawaii is also hella expensive.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everything's imported over there.
Most islands are, though.
True. I just don't know. I want to check it out, but sometimes I look at the price and I'm like, how much is this? Like, if I want to stay somewhere nice, you know, I want to get the resort experience because I feel like that's what Hawaii is. Like, it's all about the property you're on and like the hula dances and all that stuff. And
that makes sense.
I want to get the full experience of being laid, you know, being laid. Teach me how to do the dance and stuff with some fruity drinks or something.
I'm sure there are places that you can go where you can get all of those things, but not necessarily have to stay at a resort too. Like that's what they're known for. Like that's the tourist attraction in a lot of ways. I'm sure there's so many people that'll offer you tickets somewhere. They'll have parties somewhere else, or you might be able to buy tickets to the hotel one.
True. They used to do that though for like New Year's Eve. You could like buy, because I looked into it one year. I was like, oh, maybe I go to Hawaii for New Year's. Because I honestly, a lot of East Coast people go to Hawaii for Christmas because it's so cold. Like in New York and on the, you know, on the East Coast, they're just freezing over there. So they always like do their holiday in Hawaii. And I'm just like, that might be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know
that.
nothing about that. I know nothing about
Right,
that.
because it's not freezing here.
One, and my family is, our families are from, like, we're here. Most of us are located here. So it's like, where are we going? We're not going anywhere. We're here.
No, it's sun's out here. It might rain a little bit, but that's it. We're good.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely down for some travel. Really, I'm trying to go anywhere, but I really want to go somewhere where there's lots of Black people. I just want to some Black people, enjoy some mindless vacation and chill. Get away from all the racist nonsense in the U.S. and just relax.
Unfortunately, that's everywhere, though.
It is, but it's different when you got to deal with it every day. And it's different with some of the political stuff that we have behind it here. It's different. You know, you go somewhere where there's a lot of Black people, it's a different experience.
It's true. I don't know if they're going to do their thing, but I think travel-wise, the only thing I'm really looking forward to if I don't go to those other two places would be Anguilla, because they usually do a party out there every New Year's Eve, and D-Nice is usually there as the DJ, and I'm a big fan. So I've been wanting to go there. I swear they've been doing that for like 5 years, and each year I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then I just don't. And so now I'm just like, they may or may not be doing it because of COVID.
Right.
Like, I don't know if they're actually going to do it. So I'm like, oh, if they do, I hope I can like hop on. But I looked up because Anguilla is small, it's a small island. And they like the Four Seasons for that, which the Four Seasons is, I don't have to stay there, but I know that's usually like where the parties and stuff are or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was already sold out. It was already, I looked, and we're in
For New Year's?
May, for New Year's, and we're in May. And I was like, what? It's like, how is this already sold out? Or did they make an announcement they're actually doing it? Or did they just block off this time
Right.
just in case? I don't know.
It can go either way. Yeah. But what about summer? You talking about New Year's. Where are you going this summer? New Year's is months away.
True. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I'm going to go wherever the summer takes me.
Okay.
If somebody, I'm telling you this right now, if somebody was like, yo, we going to blah, 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 wherever blah, blah, blah is, they'd be like, we going to Miami, or we going here, or we're going whatever. I'm going to be like, oh, okay. And
You in
if I
there?
can do it, I'm going to do it. Because I literally haven't done anything.
Yeah.
For a year and a half. I mean, I went to the little places, San Diego here and there, Santa Barbara. I just went to Pismo Beach for Mother's Day. I took my grandma up there. We stayed at this little like beach resort, and
that's nice. It's nice out there.
Yeah, we had brunch and just enjoyed our time there. And so I'm trying to like not be in California. I just don't know where that is. I don't know yet. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this summer is really a blank slate because I don't, I'm kind of freeing myself up from some other things. So
the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
Yes, there's a lot of opportunities out there.
I understand. I think, and this has been on my mind for a long time, but I think I'm going to finally make this the summer that I become location independent. I think I'm going to just travel and work from wherever all summer. Like, why I gotta be in LA if I do everything online anyways?
I thought about that. I actually thought about that because I am still working from home.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't did a date for when we're going to come back, and they keep saying like possibly September. So technically I do have the whole summer. I could be somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Now where, I don't know, but I could be. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think that's what my summer is going to look like. I think that I'm going to remain virtual. Because I make the decision whether I go back or not. So I think I'm going to remain virtual and spend my summer wherever, hanging out, chilling, working, somewhere by a nice beach. And yeah, maybe with several different places with tequila. With my good old friend Tequila. Yes.
I mean, they used to call you Tequila Cali, right? Or am I?
No.
Maybe in my head, that's what you were.
In your head, nobody's ever called me that.
I was gonna say Tequila Cali. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, no, like you made that up.
No.
You made that up. You totally made that up.
That'd be your stage name, or you could be your.
Where am I going on stage?
I don't know.
What am I doing on stage?
I don't know. But
just in case I ever do.
Yeah, your summer persona is Tequila Cali.
My summer persona. Okay. Whew, child. It's gonna be a summer to remember, or not. There's that much tequila.
What are you looking forward to, though, besides traveling?
Mm-hmm. That's all I got. I don't really want. Okay, that's not true. Let me not lie to you. I am looking forward to being able to like gather and do things like brunch in like a safe and comfortable way. I feel like I was able to do a little bit of that here and there, but it has been more challenging. There's always a line everywhere. It's hard to get tables. It takes forever. And so now that things are a little bit more open, I feel like it'll be a little bit easier. It's And then also like trying to find places that were open and had outdoor seating and all of that kind of stuff. So now that things are a little bit more open, I miss like Sunday brunches and just grabbing a bite to eat with some friends, that kind of deal. Like that I'm looking forward to doing a little bit of.
I'm actually looking forward to live music. I don't know how that's going to look. Is there going to be pods or some type of like how, I don't know. Do I have to pay for like a VIP experience so I don't have
so
to
you
be,
don't have to be
like
around everybody?
so we'll see how that look. I've been seeing things go on sale and stuff like that, which I'm kind of confused because I had some tickets of people who, they had to cancel their show, but then I see that they have the same person just announced another tour. So I'm like, okay, but I still have tickets
What
from
about
this.
the
The thing before when he was like supposed to be taping a special and there's no one has said, I haven't got no response from Ticketmaster, nothing. I'm like, do we swap these out for the new tour?
The new
like,
one, right.
What are we doing? I don't know. So I know it's going to be interesting doing that. And I've been seeing some things, again, not for summer though, but I've seen like Vegas shows, like Usher is going to be in Vegas. That definitely want to hit that up.
We know that's your boo.
That was my boo. Actually, you know what? He was my boo, like growing up.
You replaced him?
I don't know if I replaced him, but Usher started doing some interesting music. Some of the songs I was just like, where are we going with this? And I was riding a wave, but I don't know, when you start getting older and then like the person is backtracking a little bit, like he was doing a lot of dancey like things, I felt he was doing a lot to like try to keep up with the times at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck song is this? But I'm still a fan. And I know that Usher puts on a good show and that if it's a Vegas tour or a Vegas residency, he's definitely going to do like all the hits. You can't.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that would be weird if we went to a Vegas residency show and they're doing like all these new songs and shit.
Right.
Like,
it's got to be some oldies in there for sure. Yeah.
That's how the casinos roll. They're like the hits.
Because that's what brings people.
Hits. Yeah.
They know what we want. We came here for this, for my way. Usher.
Yeah. I still have that on cassette.
I'm sure I still have the original CD somewhere. I don't have the cassette, but I'm sure I have the original CD somewhere. Absolutely.
Someone gave that to me, though. I remember it was like the fourth or fifth grade, and someone was like, here, you want this cassette tape? And I was like, cassette? Because we were already like on CDs. They're like, you want this Usher cassette tape? And I was like, sure. I mean, sure, why not?
That's a cool thing to have now, though.
Yeah.
In fifth grade, you probably didn't appreciate it, but that's a cool thing to have now as an adult.
Yeah. Go along with my collection.
That sounded so creepy. Oh, my goodness. You sound like a straight stalker.
No, I have collections, but yeah, I guess I'm just looking forward to seeing what people really look like underneath their masks. If that's what we're doing. If we're taking them off, then let's just see what's going on. Like all these people kept saying that people look so much different with the mask on or whatever. Like they got nice eyes and then you see them and you're like, no, that ain't it. And I'm sure that's happened to me, and that's no shade to anybody. That's probably happened to me. Someone thought I was like nice looking, and then all of a sudden they were like, no.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to I'm actually looking forward to my grandparents being able to do things.
Yeah.
Because they've been kind of locked down.
Yeah.
And they just go to the store and that's it. Like they really haven't been doing anything. So I hope that they can, be able to go out to eat and do the things that they normally do.
I agree with that. My grandparents, for their anniversary, they both got vaccinated. And for their anniversary, they went to go visit my grandfather's brother in Vegas. And that was like a really big deal. And it was just Vegas, but they hadn't really been anywhere. So And then my other grandmother, my dad picks her up and takes her to the grocery store on the other side of town. She ain't been in nobody's grocery store even because she's in her 80s. So in her 90s, I'm sorry. And so we're buying stuff for her and taking it to the house because nobody wanted her to leave. So he takes her to the grocery store now because she's vaccinated. But like he'll take her, to Culver City instead of the grocery store down the street because, she hasn't been anywhere.
Field trip.
Yeah, she hasn't been anywhere. She gets to see some things. She gets to be out for a while, whatever. So I agree. I'm looking forward to them being able to do more stuff and get out and enjoy friends if they can, or, just be somewhere because they haven't had the opportunity to do that. And I know they're sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping my family gets together this summer. I'm not going to press it. I know people are still nervous. But I miss my family crab boils, if I'm being honest. Like, that's one thing I really miss. Just like family dinners, that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of us. So, we had to put that stuff on pause and limit it because it's too many of us. But I would love to do some of that this summer. That is usually my summer consists of that. So if I could have a little bit of that, I would be so grateful. That'd be amazing.
Man, you just want some seafood.
I want all the seafood, but also with my family because they know how to cook it and we're going to have a good time.
Well, just, make me a po' boy or something. I'll come slide through, get me one. Maybe Tequila Cali might show up. Holden. Holden. I'll be like, okay, what you got? What you got on my shrimp po' boy? I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. This should be interesting. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what's going to happen this summer, but I'm hoping for good things. And I'm hoping that I can get out of this funk that I've been feeling.
Yeah.
And that just be carefree.
Yeah. And I hope that people are safe. And I hope that people have a good time. Like, that's really just it. Like, be safe and have a good time, please.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves. I know we all anxious to get out and have a good time, but be safe, please. Because it's been a rough year. We don't need nothing else to be grieving at this point.
Let the church say amen.
This next segment is called Roses. So, Marlina, who do you want to give your rose to this week?
Well, I guess I want to give my rose to, since we just came off of Mother's Day, and the last episode I gave my roses to my grandparents, and I gave my grandmother a shout out, because that's basically my mom. But I just wanted to take this time to give those roses to other motherly figures that I've had in my life growing up. In particular, not in any order at least, I would say my best friend's mom, I call her Auntie Charlene, and her sister Auntie Wanda, my other best friend, mother, and my other really close friend's mom, Diana. So Auntie Charlene, Auntie Wanda, and Diana, really growing up, I'm not saying that my grandmother wasn't good with advice. I'm not saying that. But sometimes you want to hear a different perspective, especially because I came from an older generation. I was raised by someone, quite older than me.
Yeah.
So at times when I was going through some issues or whatever that I just needed to hear someone else's advice, they were always there and welcoming. And I always felt connected to each of them in a way because they were just so loving.
Yeah.
They were just really loving people. Like that, I never could say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. They always, wanted what was best for me and always constantly trying to remind me of my worth because I had a lot of self-esteem issues growing up. And probably obviously still trickled into my adult life, but
sure,
I can't say anything bad about those three women. Just the way that they, although I wasn't theirs, just welcoming me into their homes,
Right.
always making sure that like I was good no matter what. Like they almost the same as if my grandmother, they could tell
Right.
if I'm off, if something's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
they knew immediately. So, and they wouldn't press me for it either, which was
Mm.
nice, because, sometimes moms are like, wait, what's wrong with you? They really want to
Right.
like, they want to know. And a lot of times, sometimes I didn't need that. I just needed like somebody just like let me take my time. And when I was ready to open up, I would open up. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I can't say anything bad about them. I love them, and they say it takes a village. It really does.
It really
And
does.
they stepped up for me a lot. I also want to give a shout out to my biological mom as well, because although our relationship has, it's been more of like a friendship,
Right.
more than so much of like, that's my mom. Like, even though it is my mom, she did give me life. But I think from her life experience, the way like now it's helping me a lot as an adult, like just listening to some of the things that she's been through and been able to
Mm.
open up about.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe she might not always say the right thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that she means well
Yeah.
and wants to keep it 100 at all times, even when I can't handle it. So, I just want to give her some praise as well, because I know that she had a really hard life and she still just makes the best of it no matter what.
That's
And so that's
beautiful.
something that I aspire to, just keep going. Because
Mm.
you really don't know when you're going to be out this thing. And
Listen, if
you
COVID hasn't
know,
taught you anything,
right.
be your day any day.
Seriously. So I just want to give those women, my mom, my biological mom, bio mom, whatever you want to call her, Auntie Charlene, Auntie Wanda, and Diana, thank you. I have so much gratitude. I don't even want to go into it, but you guys know that like you guys have my whole heart. And if you guys ever need anything, I'll be there.
There we go. The womanly village.
Yes. Even though honestly, I'm not even really cool with a lot of women. That sounds weird, but like they kind of taught me about that, having that
Mm,
womanly village, like,
right.
that you can lean on.
And we really need that. We really need to have a womanly village because it's a different experience. You need women.
Yes, we do. They
Yeah,
give you life.
absolutely.
Um so Katrina, who do you want to give your roses to this week?
I am going to give my roses to my grandmothers. Just talking about them, especially with COVID and everything that they've had to deal with and experience and all of that. But even beyond that, like they have always shown up. They were my first babysitters. They have been the people I ran to when stuff was going down with my parents. They were the people that held me down in all areas of my life. And like you said, like they knew when something was up, even if I didn't say anything, they check in. They're just always there. And they know the right things, right? Like one of my grandmothers, she'll just randomly text me because she done got into texting now. And so
Hey now.
she'll randomly text me. She getting good. She do emojis and everything. But she'll randomly text me and just say, shrimp po' boys on Saturday. I'm like, I'll be there, grandma. That's it. Or just a random I love you or something like that. And it always seems like it comes right on time. Like when I need it, even if I didn't know I needed it yet, but I'm in a place, I'm having a hard time, I'm stressed or whatever. But yeah, and then my other grandmother, I stayed with her for a while when, me and my parents were not in a good place. So I appreciate them. I appreciate the way that they've continued to show up for myself and for my entire family because they show up in beautiful ways for all of us. So shout out to my grandmothers. I'm also very thankful that they could be here in my life because I know a lot of people don't have that. And when
Yeah.
I hear people like our age talking about not having grandparents and things of that nature, like that's really hard for me. I couldn't imagine growing up and not having my grandmothers around, even my grandfathers too. But they were just so present in my upbringing. Like I can't imagine having to have been raised without them around.
Yeah, I concur. I feel the same way. I mean, I literally,
Right.
I mean, my grandparents, they raised me as their own. So I couldn't imagine. It is strange to hear when you hear people say like don't have grandparents. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, and my grandparents are in their 70s. So it's just interesting. I'm like, dang, like, did they just not live long? Or were you like, was it just kind of like some people just never even met them?
Right. Because they weren't in good spaces or they live out the state or out the country or whatever. Yeah. I can't imagine. I'm so thankful that they could be around and be a part of my life and that I still have them. Like to be able to say that in my 30s, that my grandparents are still here. And my grandmother is in her 90s, like, but she out here kicking it. Like that is truly something that I am grateful for. And yeah, so my roses go to my grandmothers because they are beautiful, wonderful Black women, and I am so thankful for them.
Shout out to the grandmas and the mamas and the big mamas and all the different ways you
refer to your grandma.
Yeah.
Well, that was another episode of Excess Baggage.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Excess Baggage Pod. That's Excess Baggage POD. Be sure to like, subscribe, and review on the podcast app and Spotify.
And remember to pack light and keep it tight.
For sure.